Welcome back in, guys. Trey Lowell here with Lowell Productions. Today, doing something a little bit different. Right behind me, we kind of have the go-to studio setup. Before we ship out the bag today, we're gonna do a little bit of product photography. I'm gonna give you guys a little behind the scenes of how I'd approach it. So let's approach that right now. Okay, so one thing that I definitely like to do, especially when we are kind of just taking photos of this set, is I'm going to go in a little bit more of a controlled environment. Yes, we have the light coming from back over here, but we have our overhead light, which is a nice little bonus. And then we've got our backlight that's coming back from here. I don't know if you guys can see that. The light's on the wall. And this is just gonna really mean I'm gonna put all the focus on the bag, but the background is going to pop as well. But the center of attention being the bag itself. There we go. Shutter speed 200. I'm shooting at an f2.8, ISO 2500, and I'm lightly overexposed. So rather than it just being the bag by itself the whole time, we're going to put some other camera items into it. I've got the Canon Rebel. I get it, but we're gonna put it in the shot right over here. And we're gonna have a microphone, because if you were to buy this bag and you're a vlogger, most likely these are the items you'd have with you. And we'll even put a GoPro there. Bag is the center of attention. Everything else is to be there as an added bonus. So that's how we need to think of these things. It's looking pretty nice. You don't want to take all your photos from the same angle or just horizontal or vertical, whatever you want to do it. I am going to probably make my way around the product in all different forms. We'll get closer, we'll get wider, and we're just going to goof around. We might even try to shoot through things just to see if it can bring the shot to life. We're going to get some super up close here of the bag. Potential buyers can see kind of the quality of the bag. Let's actually go ahead and do some product shots over top of like the bag actually be filled with goods. That way it would give somebody an understanding if they were to purchase this, what it would look like if it had items in there. Because that's kind of one thing we're all looking to kind of know. Is what would this bad boy look like if I bought it? And I'm trying to show you. Let's put some more glass so you guys get more of an understanding of what it would look like. Bam. Gonna have to go up and over for this one. Forgot about that kind of stuff. And the freaking 5D's got no flip out screen. Damn it. Oh, I don't like doing this. But for you guys, we will do it. Okay, that ain't bad. So another thing we're gonna do is also maybe even tries to shoot some photography of just myself interacting with the bag. And this always gets interesting because, of course, I would love to have my own personal, model. But if you're on a budget like myself, or you're just genuinely trying to just get better at this, sometimes you're gonna have to take photos and stuff of yourself. And I'm trying to give the impression of that I'm using the bag, or like the zipper. Let's go ahead and approach the zipper right here. We'll go vertical here, or got my hand in the shot, just slightly get in focus because we're trying to say it's a zipper shot. Zipper's halfway down, and boom. Let's see what we got. Another thing that we're gonna do is this bag happens to have this up pocket, which is nice, this little travel guy right here for you guys to see. And so I'm going to try to figure out a way to get a shot of that and kind of give across the point that you pull this to close this. So I'm thinking that if I'm going to do that, I need to have my hand somewhere here, like I was pressing the button. There we go. So I've got my thumb on it, pushing forward as though I were about to shut it. Okay. All right, guys. So in a nutshell, that is very simplified way that I would kind of approach photography in regards to product photography, specifically for kind of like a camera bag that you guys are seeing right here. Now, these photos were both taken in RAW and JPEG can I be honest with you? I'm a little bit lazy and really like to just manipulate the JPEGs. I also don't have Adobe Lightroom, so I do actually a lot of my photo editing in Final Cut and then just export the JPEG. A lot of people and a lot of companies, as much as they would love the RAW, a lot of them don't know what to do with RAW, and they see the ginormous files and they kind of get overwhelmed. So I tend to like to send them the JPEG, and then I always hold the RAW, and if they want it, I give that as an option. But I would be honest with you, I like to send them the JPEG. It seems to be something that they can work with much easier and faster. Now, I hope you guys like this video, and I hope it gave you an insight in regards to how I would approach some product photography for an item like this, and it gives you a little bit of a glimpse of kind of like a knucklehead like myself that really does not do photography. If you can get it in focus and you can get the colors close enough and your backgrounds look nice and the products kind of in focus and the main thing of your photo, you can actually do a pretty good job. Oh, that was stupid. But hopefully that's a helpful video. We'll see. We'll see if any of these photos even turn out. Sometimes they look awesome and then they look like crap.